Hello, 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 everyone. Yaseneyakoa. Yaseneyakoa. Hold on, I'm going to switch my view here real quick. And let me turn off. It is so good to see you all. Let me just turn off some of my tools here so people can join when it's convenient for them. Temiasokokoneaseya. Hello. Oh my goodness. It is so good to see you. Welcome to Saturday, if this is Saturday for you. I know we have people joining us from across the globe. And for some of you, it's the middle of the night. For some of you, it's tomorrow, almost tomorrow morning. Yasenemiakoa. Where I am on the West Coast, I'm in Portland, Oregon. It is 10 a.m. Yasenemiakoa. I'm just giving it a minute, because I know I've got people joining. Tenea Sokoa. The energy is so high. I was telling my friend earlier, I'm just like running this energy that is so high. I feel like I'm in this other dimensional space. And isn't that the truth of us? Aren't we always another dimensional space of us? We think that we're this space right now in this human format, and we are. And yet we're running these higher frequencies. We're running this faster flow state, which makes it possible for us to connect with, interact with, and be the space of our interdimensionality. Yasokoneyakoa. So I just launched in. Let me tell you where you are. You are at the AQE Foundations graduation. Yasokokoneyakeya. Nemiyasokoa. This is a celebration of all things Acasma, a celebration for our Acasma new facilitators. We've got several here. Thank you so much for being here. My name is Kirsten Hope. I'm an Acasma facilitator, master teacher, and grandmaster Dea. And it has been my absolute joy and honor and everything to be this space and to walk beside each one of you here, Yasatene, whether you are a current student, a former student, or you are but you are here to cheer somebody on, or out of curiosity, or because you wanted to be entered into the drawing. All spaces are welcomed and relished here. Kenia Sakotene Yakawa. Let me check the chat. Sarah can't get in. Have her. Oh, here she comes. Here she comes. Sarah, you made it. Wonderful. I love that light. I love that light above your head. It looks like you're wearing a crown. I love it. Love it. Love it. Yasenimi Akoa. So this morning, we have about an hour, and sometimes it goes a little bit longer, depending on how long people are talking, how long the energy healing happens. Do we have Nancy and Lucy together? Oh, you're together. I love it. I love it. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. Well, thank you all so much for being here. So I want to give you a little bit of a rundown for what we're going to do today. We do have A.L. Garris, who will be joining us at some point. So if somebody sees her logging on and I don't notice, start waving your hands at me, please. Because I might not see it. I might not see it. Because all I can see is little teeny thumbnails. So if somebody can put in the chat when AL joins us, then I can stop talking and bring her on screen. So we have AL Garris, who will be joining us. For anybody who doesn't know who she is the origination point of Acasma Quantum Energy. It came in as a connection point with her through her in 2020. Acasma is a higher dimensional. Hold on a second. Okay, Rachel. Rachel said, please don't put me in the prize drawing. I have won more than enough. So we had the Acasma grid this morning with A.L. Garris, and Rachel won the drawing. So CB has volunteered to help me with the drawing, because I can't write everybody's names down and host the space at the same time. And so CB, you saw that. Don't put Rachel in the drawing. She's saying she's not that she's had enough, but she wants to offer that space to other people. So thank you all. Akaneasokoa. Perfect. So I was talking about Acasma. What is Acasma? Acasma is a connection point for humanity. It is a healing modality, and that is beautiful, but it is also an ascension modality. It is here to assist humanity in their ascension. Here's the thing. Everybody on the planet is in an ascension process, whether they know it or not. Why? Because our planet is ascending. Our planet's frequency is rising. It's beginning to flow at a faster state, on flow state. You might feel this. And as such, as a human species, we are ascending with her. Yasetene iakoa. Some people faster or slower, and there's no judgment in that, right? They're all spaces are valid and needed. And so what Acasma does is it helps, thank you, Andrea's here, is it assists humanity in rising into that space of themselves. So I see Andrea here. Hello, beautiful. Hello, hello. So without further ado, we have this beautiful book, AQE Foundations. You can find it on Amazon. I will put a link to the book in the email with the replay for everybody here. And the author of this book, the origination point of our beautiful and glorious Acasma Quantum Energy, is A.L. Garris herself. And she is here with us to say a few words. So with that said, let me bring you up. Hold on a second here. Hello, beautiful Andrea. How are you?
Hello, hello, hello. I am so honored to be here with you all. Congratulations. What a celebratory space this is. A celebration of you, a celebration of your remembrance. Yes, a celebration of the rise of that remembrance and the flow of that remembrance as us. Yes, the unity, consciousness, yes, rising. So thank you, Holy Ones, for listening. Thank you for leaning in. Thank you for allowing yourselves. Thank you for trusting. It's a big space, is it not? It's a big space to remember oneself and to allow. So it's my understanding, Kirsten, give me a nod, to just allow a few minutes here with you and just allow to speak from my heart and allow the space. So thank you for inviting me to do so. I'm so honored. She reached out and asked if I was available to do so. And I said, absolutely, yes, 100%. This is such a special space. I acknowledge you first and foremost because it doesn't exist without you. So we only get to be here because you chose to be here. But I feel such an additional space, wave of love and gratitude. Yes, that because you chose that, yes, because you chose you at a new level, another level, this space gets to exist at another level. This outreach, this assistance, yes, this sacred alignment gets to exist at another level through you. It's a really cool thing to think about for a moment. Yes, you come into AQE Foundations, remember who you are, to remember who you are. Yes, for some it stays in that self-expansion space. And for some, it also moves into facilitating for others space. But all are facilitating, really. All are facilitating, even if you aren't into doing this as a business or, an outreach. By being that remembrance of you in your daily walk, you are facilitating the vibration of that energy in the collective consciousness, and it is available to all. It is the ascension. We are the ascension. It is the new earth. We are the new earth. Yes. And it's ever expanding. We are ever expanding. So this is another level. You You, divine, sacred, you are the one ushering us into this next level of us. Do you get that? Does that register? Thank you for ushering us in. It's like a continual connective flow. Yes, expanded flow. Yes, strengthening flow of the divine within the now. And you first enter into the space, and there's Kirsten with her hand right there for yours, right? Wasn't that what it was like? Her hand was right there every step of the way. Her heart was right there every step of the way. And she walked with you as you remembered you. And now you've ushered us into another level of this availability. And now as you be you, as you live your daily life, as you wash your dishes, you go to your work, you be with your children, your friends, your family members, your loved ones, your pets, whatever your life is. As you be that space through these understandings you have activated and remembered, it is now your hand, Holy One. It is now your hand being given through just you being you, that vibration of remembrance, that vibration of the divine, that frequency of the I am is flowing. That any who come into your path, in whatever way they do, you don't have to speak about Acasma, you can if you want, but by being you, the frequency, the vibration, and the energy of this consciousness flows. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. So if I may, I will just allow a space where I could just, yes, impart a blessing. If you would like to receive it, I would like to lay it at your feet. And then I will leave you to your celebration and your ceremony with your divine teacher, Kirsten. Yauko aneya. Tabo wakoa. Yasao koko aneya. Just allow your breath. Taboko weya. Naboso aya. Eteya nakoa keya wuto. Yes, just allow the space, please. Just allow your breath. Yane yakao koaye. Yane, yane, yane. Just breathe. Yapoeya. 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 You are so loved. You are love. Thank you for remembering who you are. Blessings upon you as you go forth and be you in all the ways in which you are. Blessings of love upon your feet, upon your hands, upon your words, upon your sight, upon your ears, upon your mind, upon all the ways in which you be you. That you be abundant, that you feel your love, and that you be your love. Yakoeya, taboeyana, tawa, tawa, tawa. Yeah. Allow your breath, please. Thank you. Thank you, Holy Ones. Thank you so very much. And I have to say, as we bring the focus back here, please, you Thank you for saying I love you. I could hear you. I could feel you. I could hear you and feel you saying, I love you. I love you. And my being was saying, thank you. I love you too. So I am very grateful. Thank you for asking me to be here today, Kirsten, and blessings on you and all your outreaches, all your ways in which you are being you. You are such an incredible being. You are an incredible woman. You are an incredible being. I could cry. I love her so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the blessing of the space of us. And if you wouldn't mind, I'd love to get a group photo with you in it. So if you don't want, if somebody's here and they don't want their picture in the group photo, just turn your camera off for just a minute, and I'm just going to take a little group photo. So get your smiles on. Yes, Kenia Sokoatea. Beautiful. Thank you, Andrea. That was just what a beautiful way to launch and begin this space of connection through graduation. I just appreciate you so much. And you're beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And thank you for being open and saying yes to Acasma and all the ways that you do, day in, day out, consistently. Thank you. Wasn't that incredible? Wasn't that incredible? I can't say this enough. We talk about this a lot in foundations. We talk about people join AQE Foundations, and I did too, because they want to learn a healing modality. And that is valid. And that is what we do in AQE Foundations. And then what happens, and I see it as the teacher, mentor, guide of the space, is that people begin to pop like popcorn. Their lights come on, their lights come on. Not that they weren't before, but they get brighter and brighter and brighter. And if you're a student here, you know what I'm talking about. All of a sudden, there is this wave of vitality that activates within the space of consciousness of those who learn Acasma. And that is why graduation is so excited, and why I'm so thrilled, beyond thrilled, to recognize every space of humanity that is here, either as a student, as a graduate, as a guest. Thank you. Thank you for your open mind and your open heart. So we have a couple of speakers. I want to read off the names of everybody who completed AQE Foundations. And then I'm going to facilitate an Acasma Quantum Energy session. And at the end, we will do a drawing. So if you need to leave early and you are here right now, your name will still be entered into the drawing. But if I don't have your email, or I'm not sure who you are, make sure that you email me so we can get that all set up. The drawing is for a free Acasma Quantum Energy session with me, or an Acasma Sacred Sound Healing and Activation. So that's what the drawing is for, and they're completely free, no strings attached. So with that said, I would like to, let me find on the screen here, we have Rachel, our beautiful and lucky Rachel. So Rachel, I'm going to turn this over to you. First of all, let me just add you first. So this is our beautiful Rachel. And I have to say, what was really fun about Rachel, and maybe you're going to speak about this, but we met through the Sacred Joy Pod of Light. If you don't know what the Sacred Joy Pod of Light is it is a free community space centered around Acasma. And Rachel was the recipient of one of the giveaways I did through that grid space. And we met through that. And then that just unfolded from there. So with that said, Rachel is just a true embodiment of Acasma and is such a shining star in this space. So thank you so much, Rachel, for being here and being willing to speak. And let me just unspot myself and spotlight you. There we go.
Thank you, Kirsten. And what you have just started where I was kind of thinking about speaking about. So I haven't prepared this. It's just I'll be short. But it's this. I think for me, it's the transformation I've had in 2 months from stumbling across Andrea and on her Instagram and just being curious as to what on earth is all of this, to joining the pod after being on 2 or 3 grids, which is the monthly Andrea's monthly session, to suddenly getting this impulse, having that session with you, which I was blown away by. Even though I still didn't quite understand what it was about, I didn't feel anything, I still just knew there was something special. And doing my morning meditation and getting this sudden impulse, which is also very unusual for me, do the training. Because you'd sent an email saying that, oh, well, I'm going to start doing my training, the AQE Foundations training this week. And I was like, oh, as if I'd even know what this is about, as if I could do something like that. Complete imposter kind of syndrome. I can't do things like that. And I just took the plunge and did it without any real thinking. And my husband thought I was a bit crazy. And then it was something that Andrea said today in the grid, because I was thinking, what am I going to talk about tonight? And of course, she literally read my mind and said, it has helped me connect with myself and my energy and understand how I process energy, which I have not been able to do really ever, only in very small degrees, even though I've had many years of all types of modalities as a client of that. I've never really been able to feel anything happening. But and Kirsten will know this from a couple of messages I sent quite early on in the course. I was like, what is happening? What is happening to me? Because I can't even sleep. I can't even sleep. Crazy stuff is happening to me when I go to bed. But I've loved every minute of it, even though it's been really wild for me at times. It hasn't been scary. It has been really intense, but clearly that's just how I have to learn it, like a real slap in the face. And I've just the 2 months, the transformation in me is very different. How I see the world, how I think I show up as a person, how I feel in different environments, how I feel about my own body and what is happening in my body, and then this awareness of so much more all the time is really special. So massive thank you to Kirsten, massive thank you to all of you for being part of that, because you've helped me do that. And in terms of what's next, I am running a couple of just some free sessions for old clients next week, just to play with it and see what happens. And I'm really excited to see what does come next, because the more people know about this, the better. So thank you.
That was beautiful. That was beautiful. I loved how you started this. You said, I haven't thought about what I want to say. And this is what we learn with Acasma. That's one of the very first spaces we lean into as Acasma facilitators is get out of your head, right? Y'all could probably say this with me. Get out of your head and into your heart. And when you are a facilitator, what we lean into is we fret less and flow more. Right. And so that is when I said that you were the embodiment of Acasma, this is such an incredible space. And to watch your transformation from the very beginning and sending me emails and being like, this is what I'm experiencing. What is going on? I'm just trust it. And then getting on the other side of that and recognizing, because so many of us have been conditioned, trained, all the things to disassociate from our physical experience, or to not trust the physical experience, or to be scared of the physical experience, all of the, and every space in between that. Yesenia kokoa. And so to lean into that and be like, I got this. I got this. That was so well said. Thank you so much for sharing your heart with us, Rachel, and for being this space of Acasma and holding this space in the group. This class, you guys, was, I've said it a million times, off the charts. And every single one of you is an important space of that. You hear clearing is happening through the throat. Just allow kone. So thank you. Is there anything else that you would like to say? Okay, beautiful. All right, I try to do this without my glasses on, and then I could end up accidentally. There we go. All right, that was beautiful. All right. So Lucy, is Lucy's, okay, there you are. I thought you guys were together. So Lucy, I would love for you. Lucy has also agreed to come on and speak for a moment. Are you ready for that? Does that feel okay to you? Okay, wonderful. Hello, beautiful.
Can you hear me?
I can. So I want to say Lucy is everybody's a shining star. I mean, it's so interesting. I really truly don't have the words to explain the exponential expansion that happened during this course. And Lucy has been so integral in expressing what Acasma is, which is love. She has been an integral space of allowing that expansion. She has been an integral space of sharing her experiences and her insights, which has been a connection point for the rest of us to grow and expand as well. So thank you so much, Lucy, for agreeing to speak for a moment from your heart. And I am going to give you the stage here. Hold on. There we go.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I am so grateful. I am so overjoyed. And, you know, when I saw the name of the pod, Joy, I was like, it just like blew my mind, my heart. And like I said, last class we had, every time, you know, I'm not a sharer. I'm always very timid. Acasma, since I started Acasma, I just feel like I am exposing more of my true self and have been discovering, you know, what I really am here for. It's been a long journey. You know, I've been on this journey for years, a few years now, but Acasma has really been an anchoring of the next level. And, you know, if I could just, it would take so long for me to share, you know, all the magic that I have been experiencing and that I've been seeing through all of you. Is just mind blowing. And I am so thrilled to see what's next. I have never had any expectations because my way of how I see things is just try it. You know, try it. If it calls, if it resonates, and if it goes great, wonderful. And if it doesn't, at least I tried. But at Cosma, I can attest that it's just been life-changing. I really feel like I'm in a different person. I'm in a different reality. I am, and it's so mind-blowing because I didn't really understand what is Acasma Quantum Energy. What is that? And it took me, I want to say probably the first 2 weeks to really comprehend and understand what is Acasma. The moment I really understood it, I felt like I can jump times, you know? I'm sorry for the noise.
No.
And I feel like on my last post that I share with the codes, I swear to you, when you are ready to really bring in and allow it to come in, it's like you can be in a different reality at the same time, like really, really embody it. And it's amazing. But I know that everything has its process, everything has, you know, its journey. And I have fallen infinite times, like we all have. And I know I'm gonna fall. But I feel like with the knowledge that and the wisdom that is coming through, and with the huge assistance through Acasma, is I trip and fall and I can get up, you know, pretty quickly. And unlike before, I would trip and be on the ground for a long time. But that was okay. You know, it was okay. Everything happens for a reason. And I am just, I can feel my cells. I swear, it's like I can feel the magic in my cells. And I see it in my daily life now, it's like, you know, Kristen said, we eat and breathe day and night Acasma, and I'm loving it. And I am loving it. And like Rachel said, you know, I so resonate with that, is the more is being put out there, I think it's gonna help others that are hoping to find something that is, you know, all it requires is saying yes, and that's it. Because, and I love Acasma, and Kristen always, you know, emphasizing it meets you where you're at. And no matter what, whether you go through a certain, you know, pause, it's okay. And that's what is life, you know, whatever it is, whatever comes, it's okay, because it's perfect. The journey is just perfect. And sometimes it's hard to really comprehend that and really live it. But I have come to really understand it and really taste it, you know, taste the magic, feel the magic, see it. Amazing. And I'm just beyond grateful. Thank you, Kristen. Thank you so much. I love all of you goddesses, all of you gods. Thank you.
That
Much
was
love and
beautiful.
joy. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And I know you all can feel the effervescent excitement that Lucy has. And you could say, oh, it's because of Acasma. Acasma, and she said this word several times, assisted. But what you are registering through Lucy's words is her remembrance of her magic, her remembrance of her power, her remembrance of her sovereignty, and her remembrance on how to be that space of her truth. That was so beautifully said, Lucy. Thank you so much. That was beautiful. Do you have anything else that you want to say or share? Okay.
I love you all.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Let me just check the chat here real quick. Hold on. There we go. All right. Oh, y'all have been busy. Oh, you guys are doing a road trip to Quartz Site. I don't know what that is. You'll have to send me a link. Please get, okay. I got the group photo with Andrea. Thank you for that reminder. CB said, Rachel and Lucy, you two are beautiful, inspirational souls. And then Rachel said, we all rise together. Yes, 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 yes. So I also wanted to have somebody chime in who's taking AQE Foundations for the second or the third time. So one of the things that happens with AQE Foundations when you take my course is that once you take the course, you can come back and retake the course as many times as you'd like for free. Okay, that includes every class space, every attunement, every C2C space, every bonus class, everything. I consider you a full-blown student when you retake the course. And I do encourage people to retake the course because, and I know that many people here can attest to this, and maybe you will, that every time you take the class, whether you're like completely tuned in or you just kind of do it hit and miss, you're always going to hear something new. Something is going, even I still take foundations. I am currently enrolled in foundations again, even though I've taken it multiple times and I teach it and I still learn something new. So with that in mind, I asked Angie, I texted Angie and I was like, Angie, you have been such a great space of this. Would you be open to sharing your experience? And she said yes. So Angie, what's fun about Angie is Angie and I have known each other for, what would you say, 20 years? We met each other learning another modality many, 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 many moons ago. And we have been side by side. We've wandered away from each other. We've come back together. And when she came into the space of Acasma, she just picked that thread up and ran with it. So Angie, welcome, welcome, welcome. And thank you for agreeing to be here. I think you're still muted, my friend. So I need you to take yourself off mute.
There we go.
Thank you so much. I'm going to give you the spotlight. Angie has just been really fun. And I always know when I see a text message on my phone from Angie that it's going to be something really exciting. So thank you so much for being this space and agreeing to talk. Let me just remove myself. There we go. You're on screen.
Good morning, everybody, and congratulations for finding Acasma.
Yes.
I wasn't sure what I was going to speak about, and yet now I've got too much to say. I found Kirsten's emails in the winter when I was down in Tucson, and through an experience, I started going through a huge traumatic time of deciding to let a 7-year relationship go. And so I took the class hoping to raise my own vibration, to be able to come from my heart rather than my head, because my head was in a very, very bad, ugly space. And I needed the strength to be able to get through the process of being the one to end the relationship. Not a place where I'm comfortable at all. Anyway, I was through taking the class, I made it happen. And I was shocked that I was able to be clear and concise and direct and set boundaries and be on a different plane than I expected myself to be able to be and to be, again, clear and just make it happen. I can't come up with the right words. But I have become, so I did it to get myself out of my head and into my heart. And I got to tell you, it worked. It really did work. I think it wasn't every day that it worked. And there were times when my head was spinning and I was saying mean things and reliving things that had been said about me that I just wasn't going to. I set boundaries, and I wasn't going to allow myself to be in a situation where people didn't have my back. And anybody who knows me knows whatever was being said was their odd opinion. Anyway, so I have become the mobile Acasma facilitator. It seems like every time I'm in the car, I'm like this with my hands, and then I remember I can just set the intention there that way instead of and hang on to the wheel, you know. So now I'm the Acasma facilitator mobile, like a Meals on Wheels, only Acasma on wheels. So I had to fly down to Tucson to because I had purchased a house down there. I flew down and decided I've got to get the house on the market. And a girlfriend went with me, and we left on a Thursday, and we were home on Sunday night with a 26-foot truckload, plus pulling my car on a trailer behind. But on the way home, and we made it in record time. I mean, it was magical. And while she was driving, I was doing Acasma, and it's like 11 o'clock at night, and my GPS takes us off the freeway. And I went with the flow, and I thought, well, I can see the freeway over there, and we're supposed to be on the freeway. Why has it got us going this way for 20 some miles on a dark road? I don't know quite where we're at. And every now and then a headlight would come at us, and we decided the aliens were going to get us. But they didn't. And when we got back to the freeway after about half an hour, 40 minutes, and of just trusting that it was going to be okay, I saw that it had made us bypass a whole bunch of road construction. And so to be able to go with that flow was unusual for me, because I'd rather stay on a freeway and take the safe route, but I didn't. I allowed us to be okay, and it worked out. Another example of giving sessions to a friend. I have a friend who's a musician at the Oregon coast, and he was lamenting around Memorial Day weekend that people were canceling on him because of casinos and construction, and they canceled his gigs, and how desperate he was feeling. And I said, let me give you some sessions. And I gave him, 1 or 2 sessions. And I just heard from him just this week. And he said, I forgot to tell you, but I got a call out of the blue to do a 1-hour surprise birthday party gig, and they were going to pay me $500. And so I I grabbed it and I thought, oh my God, does Angie have something to do with this and this energy she sent? And he said, and I played for an extra hour and they gave me an extra $100. So he said, out of the blue, I'm 600 ahead. And he said, and then I had a gig at a casino down in Florence, Oregon. And he said, I was just leaving and I decided to play this penny machine and I won $3,000. And he felt so abundant. And I thought, wow, I don't know if Acasma had anything to do with it, but he trusted and followed whatever he was led to do. And he became abundant and it helped him through a time that he was having a problem. And just to share, I talked to my girlfriend who lives at Lincoln City, Oregon this morning, and she's taking care of her very sick brother and just having a heck of a time. And so I told her that during my Zoom class this morning, I would sending a Acasma to her husband or brother, putting a Acasma pyramid over their homes, and over my musician friend. At the same time, during this class, I'm sending them energy now, hoping that it'll help her through her day because she has her hands full. So that is it. Just some experiences that I've thought, and I've gotten through this time of loneliness, and I'm getting better and better, and I'm coming from my heart rather than my head more, and I'm grateful for that. So thank you, Kirsten.
Yes.
And thanks for
yes.
listening. I didn't mean to talk so long.
No, it was beautiful because here's what's happening. And that was just an absolutely beautiful share. Thank you so much. And I hope that you all were able to follow that thread in the sense that Angie was in a sticky spot, or she felt what she perceived as a sticky spot. And she leaned in, she listened to that nudge, she took the class, right? And through that remembrance, again, of her soul space, of her source space, of her sovereignty, and the fact that she remembered how much she is more than those sticky spots, more than the wobbly moments. She was able to lean in and trust herself, right? And as that space, she became a connection point to all of these other people who also found themselves in spaces that felt bigger than them. And then through the connection point of Acasma, they remember that they are more. And when you are connected to that space of your wholeness and your moreness, you are in that flow state. When you are flowing in alignment, things come into place, like your musician friend. He leaned in and he trusted his flow, just like you leaned in and trusted your flow, just like I leaned in and trusted my flow, just like Andrea leaned in and trusted her flow. And this is what it means to be this anchor and this connection point for humanity. We're all just doing our thing. And yet it has this incredible ripple space of activation for humanity. So that was absolutely brilliantly shared, Angie. Thank you so much. Is there anything else that you want to say or share? Okay, wonderful. All right. Is there anybody else that wants to, let me just check the chat here. Nancy said, I love that so much. Thank you. It's one of the reasons why I signed up. Yes, yes, yes. Is there anybody else who wants to say something? CB, hold on. Perfect. Let me bring you in. All right. You all know CB. First of all, look at that light shining above her head. And I see that she does not have a,
no sunroof.
Nancy, I see you too. Thank you. So CB, I could speak for hours about CB. She was one of the first people she was in our very first AQE Foundations class in the fall. And she has taken every single class I've offered, not because she's not getting it, but because she loves the flow state. And she has attended almost every single class. And if she hasn't attended a class, she's watched the replay. Like, she has been tapped in. And the exponential growth I have seen in this woman, well, whew. I'm just overcome with joy. So I'm going to stop talking and give you the spotlight, because what I'm feeling is just immense love for everyone. Thank you, CB, for agreeing to speak.
Well, I won't take long. I just want to encourage everyone that taking it multiple times has been so amazing. The growth that's been allowed to happen, and things that I didn't see. I mean, just and I'm seeing them from a different place of me. And I'm just so grateful that that's part of the program, being able to come in and do again and do again. And like I said, not because I'm not getting it the first time, but because it just keeps building on itself. So it has been such a blessing. I think I've had to miss one class and it was grandchildren related. So I'm very grateful and I plan to do again. And I also want to say that I have felt intimidated by the next class that you're doing because of the title,
Master
the
teacher?
master teacher.
Yeah, ignore the
And
title. Ignore the title.
so I want to say to everybody, because she was asking me, well, you're going to take that, right? And I'm like, no, because to me, master teacher sounds like like you're going to get a master's degree, like it's some super high something. And B, that it's training you to teach. And I don't have a desire to teach this like Kirsten does, like sharing it. Like my sister took it with me last time, and she and I teach stuff to each other about it all the time. But anyway, and then the master level, just that word scares me. So she was talking me down the last couple of days about to let go of the name of it, which I'm assuming A.L. Garris put the name on it originally. So I'm probably going to take the master teacher because it is going to be more in depth of what we've already gotten here. And I just wanted to put it out there that if I've got the gumption, maybe because if I can get past the name of it, maybe the name of it has given any of you hesitation as well. So I just wanted to put it out there that Kirsten promises it doesn't mean we have to be a teacher. Other than being a teacher of myself, I want to continue to teach myself and master within myself all of these things, but definitely not what this title sounds like. But I have so enjoyed this class, this session, this third session. The ladies, y'all have just been amazing. I have been so blessed by being exposed. And that's another reason to take it again and again, is to get exposure. If I'd only ever taken it the first time, I would have missed such amazing people, the second and the third. And I know that the next one's going to have wonderful people too. So I encourage you all to take her offer to retake the course. Take it. Thank you,
Thank you.
Kirsten.
You're welcome. I did not pay her. That was not a paid
No,
promo.
not at all. In fact, I wasn't going to speak today, but as I was sitting here, I just feel not the urgency, but the pushing, especially to speak about the master teacher class.
Yeah.
I hadn't even told you I was going to do it. So.
Yeah. Congratulations. I'm so excited. It's the one thing that CB said, though, that I think is super important that I hadn't touched on yet was that not only do you take the information in at a deeper level because you are a new space of yourself, but every group has its own dynamic. Every group shares different things, asks different questions, and then we go down these other different rabbit holes, right? That we didn't the first time. And so every time is another version of us. Right? Every version. So thank you so much, CB. And thank you for your willingness to always lean in to the next space of you. Truly, to always, what I have seen you do is really choose awareness and choose your sovereignty over and over and over again. And that has been truly an incredible space to witness. So is there anything else?
And a complete reversal. That's a complete reversal.
Yes.
Of who I'm such a different person.
Yes.
And I just can't even describe it, but thank you so much for
You're welcome.
all that
Thank
you've
you.
brought here.
Thank you for speaking. Is there anything else that you want to say or share? Okay. All righty. All right, Nancy, let me bring you up, my dear. I always try to do this without my glasses on. There we go. Hello, my dear, my dear. You are muted. Oh, there you are. Good. Wonderful.
I'm muted. Thank you. I want not to share about me, but I want to share about Lucy because I've known her. We met each other in 2022, but we really only connected at the end of 2022 because we found out that she only lives 15 minutes away from me. And so I could attest that I have seen and witnessed the transformation in her ever since she took this Acasma class. And, Sarah and I, I wish Shoma was here. But I cannot see Sarah's transformation, but I know she's also transforming because I've seen more and more videos of her, which I have taken me a year to ask her to do videos, and she's finally doing it on Instagram, so I can see that. And Shoma, she hasn't been showing around, so I don't know the transformation, but I also know that it's doing amazing things for her. But Lucy, I got to witness it. Oh my gosh, Kirsten. She is not only officially on the certificate of Acasma Quantum Space Holder Facilitator, but I don't know. I don't know if it's a shaman or a master healer. She has done it because I witnessed her last week. She's too shy to share about it, but I'm going to steal her spotlight and I'm going to speak on it because that's what I do. She is a friend of ours, Letty, who the one that told us about your class. The reason why we signed up, but she ended up not signing up, but the four of us signed up, was here visiting me, who you saw on Zoom last week, on class last week in my camera. I'm sorry for that.
Yes,
I forgot.
yes. Oh, no, it was perfect. It was beautiful.
Yeah, so Letty was here and it was spontaneous. I was just like, hey, let's do Acasma on Letty. And then Lucy got into her mode. And I was just preparing, didn't know what I was doing. And then Lucy called in Acasma Flow. She did it 3 times. I was like, wow, I didn't know, She did it 3 times. And oh my gosh, with her hands, she was speaking light language. She was doing all this stuff. And I was just sitting there holding space for her with my hands like this, and witnessing this amazing woman was doing her thing. She called in the root reconnection. She called in the soul reconnection, and I can feel the energy in my bedroom because we were doing it in my bedroom under the pyramid. It's a huge pyramid, and I can feel the energy shifted. I can feel the Acasma team came in. And towards the end, the whole time I just held space with my arms like this. But towards the end, my arm did its own thing and it just opened wide, like spread the wings. So it wasn't just, Lucy was just doing it on Letty, but I was also receiving. It so amazing. I was so amazed. I'm like, whoa, what the heck? Where did this come from? Right? Because we haven't seen each other in a few weeks. And then I was so amazed. I'm like, oh my gosh, you are you're a shaman. And then I had to ask her to do it also on my daughter, Lala, which is Luna's mom. And Lala, we told her a little bit about Acasma here and there, but for her for Lucy to do this, and Lucy did her thing, and then Lala was like, oh my gosh, I feel like I saw stuff. It was just so amazing. I mean, I'm sorry, I don't want to take up too much time. I don't know. But I just want to share. I saw the transformation in Lucy and the transformation in myself too. But this woman here.
I love, thank you so much, Nancy. And it's, I think anybody who's in the class can say that Nancy's enthusiasm and absolute love and dedication to Acasma and learning Acasma was really just this pillar of light. And just as you speak of Lucy's transformation, that is a reflection of your transformation. In other words, you wouldn't be able to register that new space of Lucy if you were not a new space of you. And we all watched it happen. Everybody in this class watched it happen from class 1 to class 9. And for anybody who's here as a guest, we also were graced with with Nancy's granddaughter, Luna, who there are videos of Luna with the energy keys saying, Earth reconnection, soul reconnection, a cosmos star. And it's just darling. And it brought another level of levity and playfulness into the class. And not only through Luna, but also through Nancy. So Nancy, thank you so much for anchoring this space with and for us. You are a shining light. Thank you for speaking. Thank you so much. All right. Beautiful. Is there anybody else who has something they want to say or share? I'm just scrolling through. I don't see Sarah. You do? Okay.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Hold on. Let me bring you up. All right. Sarah is so fun because, well, I met all of these. There's 4 ladies here that I met at the Conscious Life Expo. And Sarah was I think you were the first one, right? Or was it Shoma? I can't remember. I think it was you.
I think Shoma was getting a healing and I came up and watched her get a healing and signed up for one myself.
But Sarah and we had this connection. And you guys, there's 20,000 people milling around at the Conscious Life Expo. And I had been doing session after session after session, which is easy to do with the Acasma, by the way. I was not drained at all. But Sarah, when I looked in her eyes, we just clicked. It was a really powerful remembrance that we have walked this space together before. So Sarah, thank you. I'm so glad. And I have a video that's still in production, which means it's sitting in my inbox, that I did with Sarah, where we talk about some really incredible Acasma experiences. So with that said, let me give you the spotlight, my friend. Let me go.
Thank you for your kind words. I just wanted to come on here real quick and Kirsten always said during each and every class, Acasma meets you in the space you're at. You don't have to be in this elevated idea of yourself. It meets you where you're ready. And it's been so beautiful to see each and every person have that come true for. I mean, even you can hear it in the way people are talking tonight. And it did for me too. I was very much exploring my I am consciousness and following that path. And when Acasma came into my life, I knew I wanted to learn from Kirsten, just like she said, like I knew if she was going to offer a class, I was going to take it. And when I started taking it, it was like coming home. And I think it was Nancy that had said at the beginning, it's like I knew this. It's like I already knew this. And Kirsten said, in some quantum space, you do know this already. You are already graduated. And here we are at our graduation. So yay for us all. I'm so pleased to be able to share this with you. It's such an honor. I love you all. That's all I have to say.
I love that. Thank you so much for remembering, because I did in the first class. I was like, there was already a space of you where you were already at graduation, and here you are. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you so much, Sarah. That was a beautiful share. Love it, love it, love it. All right. All right. Is there anybody else? I don't think there is. I think most everybody has spoken. Yes. All right. So let's move into the energy healing. So if you are new to Acasma, there's nothing more that you need to do. You don't have to be in any space. If you can be relaxed with your eyes closed, wonderful. If you're driving, please don't do that. Obviously, I know you are a smart person. And just simply breathe. Connect with your breath. So connecting with your presence. If it feels right for you, you can, like I said, close your physical eyes. Acasma meets everybody exactly where they are. This energy is really, truly love. It is an activation of the remembrance of your eternal soul. It is the activation of the remembrance of your light. It is an activation and a remembrance and a connection point to your I am presence. Just allow, please. Breathe. You'll hear me speak light language. That's just simply a space of the quantum sound. It carries within it frequencies and downloads and codes that move beyond the space and time continuum of spoken language within what we know as spoken language. So just allow, please. And there's going to be long silences. We haven't lost our connection. Just breathe. We've got clearing happening at the top of your head. Your crown center is opening and expanding. Your third eye is opening. There's energy spiraling, golden spirals around your spine, starting at the very top, spiraling around your spine, getting bigger as it goes. Breathe and allow, please. Beautiful. Energy's expanding through the left ear. As you connect with your breath, remember anytime you feel caught up in a moment, anytime you feel caught up in your thoughts, or you get caught up in the external world and what is swirling around you or within you, your breath is your friend. Your breath is your connection point to this now. Your breath is the epitome of self-love. Relax your belly. And as you inhale and as you exhale, allow your body to drop. Let your diaphragm relax. That's it. That's beautiful. You just did that so magnificently. Your root center is expanding. Everybody has root lines, and they are at various levels of connection. Your root lines are being activated and blessed. For some, this is a familiar space, and for others, this is new. You can even imagine it with me if you'd like. Imagine your root center is glowing in golden white light. And that light travels down your legs so thick, so strong, so robust, and it travels out your feet. And it travels from your feet through the various layers of our earth plane. And here's what's happening. That beautiful earth's energy is traveling back up those root lines. It travels all the way up your light shaft. And this is assisting your physical structure in the way that you need it to hold more light. Remember at the very beginning of this graduation, we talked about the raising and the rising frequency of Gaia. And as your body is able to hold more light, you are able to stand in a greater flow state and resonance with this evolving earth plane. This is an integral space of experiencing optimal health. There are contracted spaces of diagnosis that are falling away from your consciousness. What does that mean? It means that if you have been given a diagnosis, whether you are running the symptoms of that consciously or not, doesn't matter. The identification that has been wrapped around that diagnosis is unraveling. I'm not a medical doctor. You understand that space. Breathe and allow, please. And this is having this really interesting ripple effect out into your world. The people that are close to you, and then the next level out, and then the next level out, and the next level out. Pre-perceived notions of who you are and how you might be, and how you're going to be in this space and that space, and how you were yesterday. Those are dissolving. And what happens at that point, and what is happening in this now, should you choose to engage with it in alignment, is that you get to be new. You get to be different. Because there is this space of wholeness that you are. Breathe and allow, please. Breathe and allow. What an incredible, brilliant space of humanity that you are. Beautiful. There's energy swirling through your sacral center, your creativity, your connection. There is a blessing of your root center that reverberates up through your sacral center, through your solar plexus, your heart, your throat, your third eye, your crown. Niasatene, miakokoa. There's energy, beautiful energy running along the bottoms of your arms. It's coming out your armpits, your space of self-expression. And it's running all the way out those arms, all the way through. Yasatene kokoa. Beautiful. Yes. Keniasatene shokokoatea. Breathe and allow, please. Enemia sokoa. Your eyes are shining golden light. Meakokoa. Your eyeballs look like they are radiant, like they're made out of actual light bulbs. Yasete meakoa. Your sacred centers and sacred senses are activating. Mea sotorea kokoa. What does that mean? It means that your access point to your intuition is amplified and amplifying. So when what is a sense is you walk into a kitchen, somebody's baking a cake and you smell that cake, that's your physical sense. Your sacred sense is the sensory experience that you have through your quantum connection of your eternal self. Mea sokoa, psychic abilities, inner seeing, te mea kokoa, auditory connection points, patene akokoa, miasete, miasotoa. Feeling and sensing the energies around you and discerning what is happening through your physical structure is amplified. Miasotore akokoa. Soul spaces available for coming into the wholeness now. Kenia pa'ato. Asawaneatia. Beautiful. This is happening for you and also your ancestral line. It's interesting. What I'm seeing happening is everybody is, they've got like this golden rope around their waist. And there's this, so there's a ring around your waist and then there's a big long string. And that string is a string of energetic frequency that allows your changes, your evolutions, your unfoldments to ripple throughout your ancestral line. It is not a cord that needs to be cut. It's not about that. Yasetene miakoa. It means that as you shift your consciousness, everybody else shifts their consciousness as well, known or unknown to you. You may or may not be able to see this in their behavior patterns or their talking patterns or how they show up. And it also is there for anybody who is out of physical form. Future and past. Tenimia kokoa. There's a lot of clearing happening through the solar plexus. Just allow, please. Beautiful. And as you step into the light of the space of you, there is a connection point to your I am presence. The origination point, the spark of who you are before you identified with the human that you are in this lifetime. This origination point, this origin point of you, the spark of you has been with you since the beginning of time and then before that. It is your access point to your quantum gifts. It is the access point to your quantum knowing. It is the access point to your quantum self. Beautiful. Yes. Breathe and allow, please. And just remember throughout all of these spaces that you're safe. And you have free will. Always you have free will. Mia kokonia sea. You are surrounded by a beautiful shield and field of love. So if you do find yourself in a space of fear or contraction, you are supported in remembering your wholeness through that space. And then in that envelopment of safety, you emit love. You are love. Yes, Kenepoa. Breathe and allow, please. Just allow the breath. You're doing great. This is really strong energy. And you're running it beautifully. And your being is being blessed by peace and balance, bringing peace and calmness to your thoughts, to the swirling mind. Oh my goodness, there's so much activation happening of the DNA. Spaces of the DNA that have been dormant up until this point are available to activate now as you run that higher flow frequency state. You might be feeling this in your jaw. And if you're not, that's okay. It's still happening. Trust yourself. You are so loved. You are so loved. Your body is being so supported and assisted as it learns to recalibrate to this high flow state. Breathe and allow. There's movement happening. Energy is expanding through the digestive system. The heart portal is activating. There's light coming out of your feet and your hands. There's this beautiful, brilliant, it's like an aqua blue and white light shining out your back. And as you turn around to look at it, you realize it's actually emanating 360 degrees out of your entire heart center. And that reaches so far and so wide beyond our human comprehension. The waters of your body are blessed. Clearing happening through the throat, blessing your expression, blessing your giving and your receiving, however you choose to give, however you choose to receive. Yasatana oa kreaneyako tungeyate. Breathe and allow, please. And let yourself revel in the space of you. Let yourself be in this place of awe and curiosity of your limitless self. The limitless self that moves and lives beyond the time and space continuum of our physical structure. That is you. And this is you remembering that space. It was never gone. It's not like you're going out and getting it or Acasma is giving it to you. You've always been this space of what I call magic. And this is available to you now. You are so beautiful. And we seal this session space in alignment with the highest degree of love and peace and excitement and curiosity and wonder for how much more am I? Right? Can we be curious about that? How much more is happening in this now moment that I'm not even conceiving of? I love you. Thank you for your presence here. Thank you for being here. And you can stay in this space of relaxation and this spaciousness of connection, or you can come back to the webinar. However you want to move through this space is just fine. But what I'd like to do while we are running that high flow state, where we are being that high flow state, I would love to recognize all the beautiful souls who are with us on this journey for AQE Foundations this time around. Please join me in sending love and reverence and gratitude for these courageous souls who chose to lean in, who chose to lean into themselves, who chose to try something new, and ultimately who chose to trust themselves. Rachel Turner, Sarah Jukes Meyer, Lucy Vasquez. And if I'm not saying your name correctly, thank you for loving me through that space. Nancy Lee, Shoma, Beth Orr, Nikki Reiser, Angie Wilder, CB Butler, Sabina Sherrar, Bonnie Holt. If I missed anyone, my apologies. Please reach out. These beautiful ladies have all said yes to themselves. These beautiful ladies have all said yes to expansion. They have chose to expand over contraction every time. And that is remarkable. You are remarkable. I try to do this without crying, but it has been such an incredible honor to be with you. You all have taught me as much as I've taught you. This is what I love about Acasma is there's no hierarchy. There's nobody over there going, well, I know more than you. Let me tell you how it is. This is not how we flow in Acasma. We walk side by side. So thank you for being willingly to be by my side, to walk me home. Thank you. I would love to, I'm going to read the chat here. And CB, if you would like to get the names and all of those ready. Angie said, thank you, Kirsten. Beautiful job. Oh, that was a direct message, but it still applies to everybody. Thank you, Angie. Okay, I need you, CB, to take yourself off mute, please.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and I'm going to Okay, so the first drawing is for the AQE session. So this session can be done C2C, or it can be done via Zoom. I don't normally do Zooms. It's always C2C with me, but for this space, I open it up. You have your choice. And so go ahead and pull a name for that.
I did. And Lucy.
Awesome. Awesome. Congratulations, Lucy. Yay, yay, yay. Wonderful. Oh, I'm so thrilled. I'm so thrilled. I will reach out to you later today with information on how to schedule that. Okay. All right. Thank you. Congratulations. All righty. Everybody take a breath, please. Soften your belly. Beautiful. Let your tongue drop. Relax your eyelids. Isn't that funny? We forget about our eyes. And when you're ready, CB, you can go ahead and draw the next person's name. This is for a sacred sound healing and activation.
Angie.
Yes. Okay. Wow. Beautiful. Congratulations to everyone. This is absolutely beautiful. Is there any, since we're winding down, is there anybody here who has anything that they want to say or share? You can come on screen. You can put it in the chat. Anything at all. Okay. I don't see anybody. Beautiful. Well, I want to thank you all so much for being present today, for being open-minded, for being here to cheer on our Acasma Quantum Energy graduates. And if you are newer to this space or you don't know what Acasma is and somebody invited you, please reach out to them, ask them to give you a session or let you experience Acasma in however they do that. And if you are from my mailing list and you don't know anybody here, reach out to me. And thank you. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being this anchor point, for knowing that we are more. We are so much more than the world has told us we are. And everybody is waking up to that knowledge. I love you. I love you. I love you. Barbie said, thank you for having me here to share this space and witness this beautiful graduation. Congratulations to all of you. Barbie, I'm glad you chimed in. So for anybody that is new here, we also have a free space of Acasma. It's called the Acasma Grid. And we do a once a month meeting on Zoom. It's not a meeting, an event space. It's a connection point, a session on Zoom. We had our monthly one this morning. It was incredibly powerful. And you can find out information about that on my website. Go to Kirsten Hope, click offerings, Sacred Joy. And we talk about all things Acasma. Even if you're new to Acasma, you don't even know what it is, join the space. It's free. It's not going to cost you anything, but it is a group of like-minded people who are here to love you, hands down. And Barbie, I am the leader of the Sacred Joy Pod of Light. There are 3 pods worldwide, and Barbie is my ambassador. That means she has my back, and she has your back. So thank you, Barbie, for being this space. I love you all so much. Happy Saturday. I love you. I love you.